Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, I'm Kimberly Brock, and for the last 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. And so now I'm on a mission to help other women just like you do the exact same thing. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 68, and I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm talking about all the ways that you are undervaluing all the things you're good at and overvaluing all the things you think you are not. This is a very important topic, so I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad you found this podcast. Each week, I provide you with valuable tips and strategies and insights for starting and building a business doing what you love. If you're brand new, you probably didn't know, then I have some free goodies for you. Just scroll down right now. I've got a 16-step checklist for getting your business started, a whole other guide to help you with your true business purpose, because after all, that's what's going to help you be successful. So make sure you get those free goodies right now if you're new. And also make sure you hit subscribe. If you are in Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anything, make sure you follow or subscribe so that you get notified when I download new episodes, usually on Thursday mornings, because you don't want to miss out on anything that's going to help you get your business going effectively. If you've been listening a while, thank you so much for being here. You know how I love to read these reviews. Today, I just have to read one that I love, and it's from Bets and Ben Creative. It's titled Practical and Real Advice. This is what the review says. As a solo entrepreneur, I love Kimberly's podcast. It's like sitting down with a cup of coffee across the table with a positive mentor. I find her topics relevant and practical, giving steps and advice that is completely achievable. I love this. Did you hear what Bets and Ben Creative said? Achievable. That's my whole goal, to help you see that you can do this. So thank you so much for that awesome review. And if you've been listening a while and you find this podcast valuable, you know I don't run ads or anything like that because I want to have a seamless experience as you listen. But if you could do me one huge favor and leave a review, you can do it in 2 ways. One, you just scroll down right now, hit a 5-star rating. That would be amazing. Or if you have 15 seconds to write a quick review like Bets and Ben Creative did, and just tell me what you appreciate about this podcast, because it helps me and it helps all these other people that are searching for podcasts, because y'all know there's so many out there. It helps them see that this one's valuable and helps Apple and the others push me more toward the front so it gets seen. So I appreciate your support so much and appreciate your time that all of you have taken to rate and review this podcast. Okay, that is it. On to the episode. Well, hello. I'm so happy that you are here today. You all are working so hard getting your business started or working so hard thinking about all the things that you need to do to get your business started when you're ready. And I just want to say, I'm so happy for you. And I'm so in awe of you taking courageous steps. And all you women in my Facebook group, I just love it. I love it. You keep posting things about progress you're making, about how you got your DBA or how you got your product ready and it's ready to be marketed, or you got your website up. I love it. I love it. And those of you in the academy that are making so much progress and really taking this seriously and creating the foundations for your business, I just want to give you a high five right now because I'm so happy for you. And then I have beta testers in my Just Start audio series right now, and y'all are already giving me feedback, and I just love it because you are taking steps with your business and you're becoming aware of all those important things that you need to be doing. Because after all, there is a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of marketing being thrown at you and me as business owners of things we need to be doing and what we need to be and, how great we need to be at this or that and how we can make $1 million at this or that. And it's very daunting and overwhelming and can give you anxiety. Do you agree? Do you ever feel the anxiety from like all these social media posts and just all these marketers coming at you, telling you they've got the one secret to help you make $1 million? If you haven't been marketed to yet, get ready, because once you start putting yourself out there as a business owner, you're going to attract it like a magnet. Facebook is watching you. Facebook and Google know what you're doing, and they start marketing ads to you and start showing you posts. And it's just, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of noise, and I just want to protect you as new business owners. I want to cut through all of that and be a logical and real and authentic voice in all of this. I mean, that's my goal. I hope you see that I'm not trying to flood you with fly-by-night, get-rich-quick schemes. This is about doing things right so you can enjoy your businesses for years and years like I have. If you're new here, you don't know that I started my first business with a friend 21 years ago, and I'm still running my own businesses. I never went back to corporate technology sales. I've raised 3 children this whole time. I've worked out of my home. I've had the flexibility that I need. I've had the ups and downs with my business. Don't get me wrong. It hasn't been perfect. Made mistakes, but I've been able to do it. And so I'm so proud of you that are all taking steps to get this going. So today, I just really want to stop you. If you are taking those first steps or you're about to start your business, maybe it's something you want to do this year, but you're maybe stalling, or you just don't know if you have what it takes. You don't really know the steps. You don't really know if you have the brains for it or if you have enough money to support starting a business, or if your product idea or your service idea is really something that people will buy. Maybe you don't feel like it's needed and you're just scared. And I get it. I totally get it. So many of my clients and people that I work with, I see it all the time. Starting a business is scary. But what I see a lot of you doing is overvaluing all this negative side to it, like all the scary side and all the things that you feel like you aren't. And that's what's actually stalling you. Because a lot of you that have been listening here, you're starting to know the steps. You have no excuses anymore. You're starting to know the things that you need to be doing to get this business going. And a lot of you are still stalling or waiting. And I understand some of you have legit things. You can't start it right now. You just had a baby, or you're about to be pregnant. You hope to be pregnant, or you're about to get married and you got stuff going on, or you still have a job full time and you just literally don't have time, but you're trying to do all the research and everything now. That's amazing. That's awesome. I think you're doing the total right thing. But some of you out there, is it you? I hope not, are stalling, and you're scared and you're just not moving forward because you keep focusing on what you believe that you're not best at, and it just keeps overpowering you and you're not moving forward. And you've heard me say this before. It totally breaks my heart because I have people, I say this all the time. I'm going to say it again. I have people in my life who've been saying forever they want to start a business, and they never have. They've never really done anything, though. They've never really taken any steps. Those of you here are taking steps. And you may be letting fear or just this overwhelming feeling of you're not good enough or you don't have what it takes to be able to start a business. And I want to tell you this right now. You have what it takes already. You already have what it takes. And here's why. You have God-given gifts that are to be used toward this business. Your business gets to be your way. This is not supposed to be a cookie cutter business. You are not opening a franchise where it's the same business that's just a repeat. This is you. How exciting is this? You get to focus your business on what you're best at. You don't have to focus your business on what you're not good at. So you are wasting so much time giving yourself angst and worry and just negative self-talk about what you can't do. And it's overriding all of the good that is about you. Like, are you walking around saying things like, I'm not a good business person, I'm not outgoing enough to network, or I'm not good on social media, or I'm not a good graphics designer, or I don't know how to build a website, so I can't start my business, or I'm too old. Think about that. I'm too old. Y'all, there are people in their 60s starting businesses. I haven't had anyone that's in their 70s, but I've had people 60s, 50s. I'm in my late 40s. I started another business totally different than the businesses that I was doing for 19 years. You have to realize that. I started a business doing something new, helping people like you believe and see that you can take the steps to start your business. I started a podcast. I've never had any experience. I never did public speaking. Nothing. It was just something that I've always wanted to do. When I was younger, I wanted to be a news broadcaster, but I never took steps to do that because I had fear. And who knows what could have happened had I done that? I don't know. I have no idea. But I took the route that I thought was the best and went to business school and got my marketing degree from the University of Texas. Okay? I did all the things. I went into technology sales and I did it. But soon thereafter, I followed my heart and did what I wanted to do, and I never looked back. So for you, if you're telling yourself all these negative things, what you're not good with your time, you're not organized, you're not a perfectionist, or you're not one that can't be a perfectionist, meaning it has to be perfect, you're not able to just go with the flow with it. It's hard for you. I get it. It's okay. That can be there. That can still be there. Don't ignore that, but don't let that override your ability to move forward with your business. So I want to flip it. And I want you to think about today, what are the things that you know that you've been called to do? There's one thing for sure that I know that you should be doing. Okay. And then there's probably 2, 3, 4 others behind it. But there's one thing that you know you should be doing. When I started this business, there was one thing I wanted to do. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know how I was going to do it in the very beginning, but I just thought, I really want to help other people start their businesses. And I want to tell them. I want to tell them that they can do it. That's all I knew. So what's that one thing that you know that you want to do? You want to help people with their home decorating. You want to help people get fit. You want to help people with their animals. You want to help people with skincare. You want to help people with their self-confidence. You want to help people with their marriages. You want to help people be intelligent about divorces. I've got someone in my face group that does that. She helps women who are facing divorce how to go through the process properly. How amazing are all of you? So amazing. And that's what I do, is sit here and look, and I scroll through the Facebook group and I'm like, these women are awesome. I love it. I don't care if you're making baby hats or you're helping animals or you're helping people with divorce, whatever you are doing, it's amazing because you're taking steps and you're living in this like thrill of what you love to create or do. You deserve to do that. You can do it on the side. You can do it full time, right? You need to focus on what that one thing is that you wanted to do. So let's go back. I said the one thing I wanted to do was just tell people, somehow explain to them that they could start a business and help them get it going, right? It turned into a podcast and it turned into this business where I help people, right? Get everything going. What is yours turning into? I had a client who is turning her love for animals into a doggy daycare business. I have another client who is taking her handmade trays and bringing them out to the world because she wants to help people organize and do things in their home. I have another client who's helping people decorate their homes. Like, what is it that you want to help people do? And focus on that and say, I know I'm good at that. That's what I'm going to focus on. Okay. Don't let the negative outweigh the positive. You will get nowhere. I guarantee it. You won't. So here are 3 ways for you to start overvaluing what you are good at. I want you to overvalue what you are good at, because I think if you overvalue it, you will focus on it, okay, instead of focusing on the other. I want you to undervalue what you're not good at. So instead of overvaluing what you're not good at, you're going to undervalue it, meaning you're just going to be like, it's not that big a deal. I can get help. I'm not good at graphics. I can get help. I'm not good at being on social media. I can get help. You can get help for what you are not good at. Do you hear me? You can get help for what you're not good at. I want you to overvalue what you are and go all in on what you are good at. And here's the 3 ways to do that. Number 1, focus on the next best step. Don't focus on all this like, I need to manifest that I'm going to make $1 million in a year. I need to manifest that I'm going to meet a famous person and be on their thing. I think that's awesome to like have the vision, because you do have the vision. I think though, what's happening is that people like you that are just starting businesses, you keep focusing on that and thinking it's going to magically appear, and it's not without the little steps. Did you listen to last week's episode 67, where I talk about those small steps become big leaps? I'll put the link below. You should listen to that too, because it's about taking the next best step, next little steps. And some of them don't even have to be well thought out. You can just go. Every business that I've started, I just go, take a step, do something to get closer so you can reach that vision. You will never reach that vision by sitting on your couch. Okay, you have to be doing something. Let's face it, that's business. That's business 101. You have to be taking action, okay? So the first thing you do so that you can keep moving forward with this business and you can overvalue what you're good at is to just start moving and take the next step. Okay, that's the first thing you do. So step, okay? That's what you do. Move forward. Number 2, you keep yearning for the transformation you know you can make for people. So think about it right now. Instead of dreaming of $2 million in a year or doing all that, I think that's great, but still, or the new car or the house, I think that's awesome. You can put that on a vision board. But I think what you should really be dreaming about is how you're going to help people and transform their lives. Because when you get locked in on that, instead of locked in on the money over there, all of a sudden, you're like, well, how can I help these people? What's the easiest way to help these people? You're not going to complicate it, are you? You're just going to go straight to like, how do they need help? They need to meet me. They need to know what I do so I can help them. I can help them directly one-on-one, or I can help them by getting them a product, right? What is it that you are wanting to do for people? What's that problem you're solving? What's that transformation you're making, no matter how big or small? So don't worry if you think your business isn't significant because you make t-shirts for kids, that's just not something that it actually is a big vision. You're helping people express themselves through their clothing, right? Or you're helping people with their skin so that they have a good skincare regimen so that they feel like they can conquer the world and they can go out in public and they can do the things that maybe they were scared to do. You are doing so much more than just what your product or service is. So I want you to reach way beyond that. That's what you should be dreaming about. Dream about the transformations that you can make for people, okay? So number 1, you're focusing on next steps. You're stepping forward. Number 2, you're dreaming about the transformations and not about that lofty goal that's going to get you nowhere if you're just sitting here, okay? You're dreaming about the transformations. And then number 3, you are relishing in the fact that God has given you unique abilities and gifts that you are able and free to use in this business. And you should use your gifts. Use the things that come easy to you, because your business will be so much fun. You will love every day because you're getting to do what you love. Okay? So let me wrap this up. Stop overvaluing what you think you're not good at. And now I want you to flip it and undervalue it. I want you to not think about it. It's okay that it's there. Hey, y'all, I'm not a graphic designer, or I'm not this or that. There's a million things I could say that I'm not good at. But if I sat here all day and focused on that and overvalued it, I would get nowhere and be depressed and be like, okay, I'm not doing this business. What if I did that? I would never be here talking to you. Okay, so undervalue all of the stuff that you don't think you're good at. And if you need to write it on a piece of paper and put it on the floor to remind you that that's all over there and it doesn't really matter, I'm undervaluing it. Get out another list of all the things that you know you're good at. And a lot of people may not even know that you're good at these things or you've yearned for these things. A lot of people had no idea. My mom told me not long ago that when I was younger, when I used to listen to the radio and hear the talk show hosts on the radio, that I said I wanted to be on the radio. And how weird is that? That now I basically have a radio show. You could call this podcast a radio show, right? So there's something yearning in you that's amazing that some people don't even know. So write that down. And then the things that people do know, you're artistic, you're creative, you're outgoing, whatever it is, keep that front and center and overvalue it, because that's what makes you unique and that's what's going to make you stand out. I had that other podcast episode about creating a business that stands out. You can listen to that too. It's the same thing. Overvalue it, because that's really what you have to leverage, is all those things that's amazing about you. Okay? Number 1, focus on the next best steps. Moving forward, what's the next thing you need to do? Don't focus on the lofty dream. You can have it out there. It's on a vision, but that's not getting you anywhere tomorrow. Action today is getting you there. Okay? So step forward, number 1. Number 2, dream about the transformation. That's what you're dreaming about. You're dreaming about the people saying, thank you so much for doing this. You just made my life so much better. Or you taught me so much. Or you just made me feel like the person I always thought I was. Or you just saved me so much time, so now I can be with my family. You helped me build a relationship with my friends or family that I knew I was capable of. I just didn't know how to be a good friend or have a relationship, right? Think about the transformation you can do for people and seeing the joy in their eyes when they are able to experience it, right? Not because you're God and you're so amazing. It's just that you're using your gifts to make a difference. Does that make sense? We're not doing this in an arrogant way, like that, oh, we're so amazing and let me just be amazing all over you so that you can see how amazing I am. That's not it at all. This is about using your God-given gifts to make a difference in people's lives and you dreaming of how they will be changed because of what you offer, right? When you focus on that, it will help you overvalue all your gifts and things that are great about you, which is what I want you to do. And the third thing is to realize those gifts, acknowledge them, know them, overvalue them. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So steps forward, dream about the transformation, and relish in your God-given gifts and use them. Okay? You're not perfect. You're never going to be perfect. And it's okay. You get to outsource all the stuff you're not good at. That's the amazing thing about running your own business. Nobody said you have to do every single thing. No one ever said that. I would never say that. Okay. There's things I'm not good at. I'm not good at podcast editing. I hire a podcast editor. Okay. Saves me so much time, makes me so happy, and she's amazing. Okay. So that is it. Y'all are awesome. Oh, here's a quote. Let me tell you, I'm so glad you stuck around. You made it through this whole rant of mine today. Somebody said this. I don't know who said this quote. I did not say it, so I'm not taking credit. So I don't want to get sued by anybody, but I don't know who that anybody is that said this. But it says, I have a long way to go, but have the power to go a long way. Did you hear that? I have a long way to go, but I have the power to go a long way. That is so true for you. I'll put that below so you can remember that quote. It's awesome, but we don't know who said it. And it's not anonymous. Somebody said it. I just don't know who. So anyways, thank y'all so much for being here. If you're not in my Facebook group, join now. If you want to register your interest for the Just Start audio series that I have, it walks you through how to start your business. Just scroll down below. You can just register your interest and I'll let you know it's in beta right now. And I'm trying to think. I guess that's it. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all. Okay, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.